Yeah.
Shizzy, you made this?
Yeah, get your bars up, I get it on me, yeah I do, endorsement, whole team pull up in Porsche, we came a long way from them Porsche, get your bars up and get extorted, get your bars up, I pulled up, shot his car up, yeah, so my niggas.
What up, world? It's your guy BA for real 100, and welcome to Get Your Bars Up reaction. Salute, salute, salute. So we are back up in this thing with another one. First and foremost, before we get to it, please hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Why? Because the content is dope, and I know y'all are here for the vibes, for the music, for the stories, whatever we do reactions to in general. And almost at 5,000 subscribers, by the way. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking 100%, 100%. But let's get into it. Today's reaction is going to be a little darker. It's going to be a little darker. It's in regards to Mr. Drake. Now, I know people been giving Drake his hard time because we know one of the biggest hip-hop beefs ever on wax, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake versus Aubrey Graham. Kendrick won with a KO. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But I can't front. I like Drake's music. Not all of it, but I like a lot of his music. But I like a lot of Kendrick's music too. But when Kendrick came out with Meet the Grams, well, actually Euphoria, and then Meet the Grams, and then Not Like Us, that was kind of like a haymaker that kind of put Drake to sleep. And now I know Drake has been hiding or wherever he's been super low key, still dropping songs that ain't nobody hearing because they not getting no spin. I'm not no hater. I'm not like a lot of people just hating just to hate. I rock with Drake, but Kendrick got this. But even though he won this particular war, it's been a lot of people actually exposing things. And what I noticed about Kendrick was he lifted the veil over, like, off of people's eyes to actually see how Drake has been moving throughout the years and who he really is as a person. Do I know that he's really like this? No, but actions speak a lot. And shout out to Hip Hop Madness. Hip Hop Madness just dropped this little just dropped a video in regards to Drake detailing his situation and his addictions and things of that nature, the things that we didn't see as people that we are now seeing due to Kendrick dropping that big bomb. And I'm interested in seeing, man. I'm interested in seeing what's going on. But once again, before we get to it, have you hit that like button yet? Have you hit it yet? Yeah, I'm sure you hit it by now. Appreciate you for hitting that like button. But anyways, the name of this particular video is The Addiction That Destroyed Drake's Career. Like I said about Hip Hop Madness, I'm afraid to press play. But hey, a lot of people sent me this video and told me they want to hear my perspective. So, you're about to hear my perspective this evening. Let's get it.
I think that people have been making fun of him for such a long time that he has really internalized all that. And that dictates the way he probably moves behind the scenes. I'm your girl, and your girl, and your girl, because you treated me like this. You think I wasn't cool enough. He's been holding a lot close to the chest.
A lot of in the industry do not try to everybody's. That is not true. You introduce him to your girl, extra friendly, smiling.
And he do that
exchanging numbers
19, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70 times. And it ain't just rappers. The athletes, the actors, the golfers, the executives, the tech people.
What is the real issue with you in marriage? Now I got to dig in and see, what's your family like? Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that. And he never walked you to the bus stop. You're mad about this.
Since the beginning of his career.
Hold up. We're about to get back to you, Mr. Hip Hop Madness. This is crazy. So you got Queen's Flip. You got Joe Budden on their podcast talking about how Drake has really been low-key like a predator type, like he be trying to steal everybody's girls, and he's done it multiple times. And this is why he has a lot of artists and entertainers and celebrities that don't really like him. Then you got Pusha T, which we all know the story of Adidon, right? We know about that. That was one, that was a crazy one. If you don't know your history, go do your research. But we have Pusha T actually exposing he's probably the way that he is due to how he grew up with his pops. His pops really wasn't around. It's layers. And then Nadeska, I think that's the young lady's name from the beginning. she kind of hinted on what Rick Ross said in his Champagne moments, where you were picked on or whatnot. People were doing you dirty as a young kid and whatnot. You grew up a certain type of way. That's why, like, as an adult, you decided to act a certain type of way. You started to act a little different. Man, it's like, hey, it's getting dark already. We're only 45 seconds into this. We're only 45 seconds into this, and it's already kind of getting dark low key. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm afraid to press play, y'all. I'm afraid. I like Drake. I like Drake. But hey, the show must go on. Let's get back to it, y'all. Yikes.
You in marriage. Now I got to dig in and see, what's your family like? Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that. And he never walked you to the bus stop. You're mad about this.
Since the beginning of his career, Drake's relationship with women has always been at the forefront of his music. Whether his songs were about going through a breakup, occasionally depicting himself as sensitive, or outright portraying himself as a simp, Drake seemed to genuinely admire women. But over time, things drastically changed until the point he morphed into the self-proclaimed certified lover boy. From venting his feelings of loneliness to an ex on Marvin's Room, through to accusations of rampant misogyny on the 21 Savage assisted Her Loss, even Drizzy's claim that the only woman he loves is his mom on God's Plan was a drastic departure from when he was actively trying to settle down. But where the good guy image was once intact and helped skyrocket his career to the top, that's long gone now and replaced with the perception that, as Kendrick said, Drizzy doesn't even like women. In fact, he only values them when it comes to sexual gratification and as a way to have a one-up on his enemies. And
yo, this is crazy. Speaking of Euphoria, and y'all know what the name of Euphoria came from, right? It came from the show that he was a co-producer or whatnot, executive producer of, when it was high school kids doing high school. I'm not gonna say all of that, right? But I guess that's when I like. It's gonna sound crazy because it's this new era of how a lot of y'all think, right? But Drake, like Drake the simp, if you could say simp or whatnot, or nice guy Drake, that was a dope Drake. That was a dope Drake. That era of Drake was fire to me. It was fire to me. I didn't start, like, I kind of slowed down on his music when he started doing like the F these girls. I got girls everywhere, and that's kind of where I lost touch, and I see why now. And then now they're kind of explaining like why he switched over and why he started changing. And it's the thing that's crazy is it's hidden. This right now, it's hitting. It's making sense. That's why. Then he went into what Kendrick was talking about. See Kendrick. Blame Kendrick. Blame Kendrick. Blame Cat Williams. Cat Williams said 2024. A lot of things will be exposed about a lot of people you look at a certain type of way. And this is happening right now. This is crazy. Drake!
Gone now and replaced with the perception that, as Kendrick said, Drizzy doesn't even like women. In
even
fact,
like
he only
women.
values them when it comes to sexual gratification and as a way to have a one-up on his enemies and friends. In short, there's now a belief that Drake has a serious sex addiction, which has basically created the predicament he finds himself in today.
He presents himself as like this smart, composed, thoughtful businessman, but your friends, girls, you're not them for them, by the way. There's tons of bad. You're not just doing it to get a nut. You're your man. That's what you're doing. It sounds crazy, but that's what it's about. I'm going to do something that I know that I'm going to have over you forever.
Currently operating in a state that may fill a void inside him while deviating from the image that first made him successful, Drake has made it clear that he's not a one-woman man at this point in his life, nor does he plan to change that. And while that makes him no different from many other superstars, the problem for the Sixth God is that there's a feeling of spite and self-sabotage to how he goes about it that has nearly destroyed his career several times over. So, let's break down the roots of this addiction and how it's been hiding in plain sight for a long time now.
And then what is his name? Adam Schultz. I don't know the guy's name. I just know he used to be with Charlamagne on the podcast, right? As he was just saying, there's so many beautiful women on this planet. Matter of fact, if you do the math, I believe the world stats show that is what, 5 women to 1 man globally. Meaning that it's a lot of beautiful women out here who are single, who are out here doing their thing or whatnot, but you choosing the ones that your peoples and that your homies and that your enemies or whatnot are into. you doing it just to have a one up on him, and that's the way that it's looking. Because he ain't even talk about the Lil Wayne situation. What Lil Wayne say? Lil Wayne said this: hoes gonna be hoes, but I couldn't blame Tammy, so I couldn't blame Tammy. Tammy Rivera, Drake, Kendrick already talked. I'm speechless. Let's get back to the video. I just gotta do my commentary and let y'all know what it is, man. This is kind of crazy, and it's all like low-key making sense.
When you pattern yourself as a ladies' man, it's really no surprise that you might ruffle some feathers or act impulsively when things don't go your way. Just look at what happened in the aftermath of Drake flying a fresh-faced Ice Spice out to OVO Fest, only to suddenly cut ties with her when it appeared he didn't get what he wanted out of her.
It's been speculated that Drake unfollowed you afterwards. Do you want to tell us some tea on that?
He did. I don't know why, though.
Shame on you, Drake. Shame on you. You shouldn't have done that.
Happy to ghost someone in an instant, Drake's objectives with up-and-comers like Ice come into focus when you see how much he prides himself on being a bachelor. So, when he doesn't get his way, his superstardom allows him to move in a way without any consequences. And this behavior was further highlighted in an interview with Angie Martinez, where French Montana basically lifted the lid on how Drake operates.
Yes. There's people with more reputation than me. Drake is close. So you and Drake are friends. Splash Bros. Snipe Squad. You know, he gave me the Snipe Squad thing. 10 rules, 10 snipe commandments. Thou shalt not snipe a bro's ting. Thou shalt never pillow talk or discuss business with a ting. On any import from the United States, Canada, or any other region, thou shalt practice a maximum 3-day export rule to avoid frustration. If you fly anybody in, give them 3 days so you can avoid frustration. 3 days maximum.
We've got passion, we've got determination. Like, and if we set our sights on something,
you
better believe it's happening.
So he has a commandments. He has the commandments. He got the commandments with French Montana. With French Montana. And it's cool. I mean, that's a young boy. That's a young man's game. You feel me? We had our rules. We had our bro codes and all of that stuff. But hey, niggas is almost 40 though. And you said you broke your own rules. You said Splash Bros should not sleep with bros, whatever. Ting, how y'all say it? And I don't know what they say. Well, in other countries you say ting. You did it to Wayne, and I'm sure you did it with. Let me chill, man. Let's get back to it. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. This sounds crazy to me. This sounds super crazy to me. No cap.
With Drake basically retaining the mindset of a man in his 20s, it explains why Drizzy also doesn't care whose toes he steps on, including sniping someone else's ting. Take for instance the story of Naomi Sharon. Unlike Ice Spice, it's believed that she welcomed Drake's advances despite being in an 8-year relationship. To make matters worse, Drake had worked out with her then boyfriend just days before, only to later post an IG picture after the story broke captioned, "Without remorse." Dirty.
Now you sleeping with, you were just with the dude and you slept with his woman. I mean, I can't blame. Hoes gonna be hoes. They are. They gonna be hoes. Hoes are gonna be hoes. It is what it is. But if that's a bro code, you working out with this nigga, kicking and chilling, and you smashing this lady, and then you putting remorse, like no, without remorse. Don't bring your girl around me. True Drizzy for real. That's my nigga for real. Just saying, this is a beautiful woman, but I can't. I can't even blame her. You was with her. Let's go.
Relationship. To make matters worse, Drake had worked out with her then boyfriend just days before, only to later post an IG picture after the story broke captioned, "Without remorse." Dirty. Imagine having the most beautiful, supportive, and faithful relationship 8 years long with an engagement and wedding planned, her former fiance, Jamie Sun said. Then this major opportunity comes and a world star calls your fiance to sign a record deal, flies you both over, and then, out of nowhere, all the trust has vanished with knives in your back and in your heart. I am no longer with the person people think I am together with. I am no longer with the 8 years I thought I was together with. With someone like Jamie participating in the music industry at a lower
8
level,
years?
Drake clearly had no concerns when it came to
8
trampling over
years?
his life to get what he wanted. But even though he got away with just a bit of reputational damage that time, recently, it's become clear that Drake's promise to French Montana about never getting involved with someone else's girl was just talk. Because when you look back, Drake has a habit of bringing women into almost all of his beefs with other rappers. And in the view of one of his biggest supporters and academics, this is where Drake has been a habitual line crosser.
I keep asking people and they're like, yo, listen, man, Drake's a little sloppy with it. All these guys, they share the same crop of girls. It's a thin line between like, yo, these are like the community chicks that we all and yo, you're doing certain to kind of like disrespect.
In Axe view, this has always been a key part of how Drake has operated, long before it led Future to call him a fan on We Don't Trust You. Case in point, just look at why his decade-long feud with CB started.
Imagine how bold Drake was when Drake sends a bottle over there with a note that says, I'm the love of your life. That was supposedly the note. And right then, beef starts. So Drake is in the club, supposedly with Meek and some other people, and Chris Brown is there. And Drake sends a thing over to be like, I'm the love of your life.
Drake is a savage.
Yeah, you got to keep the girl away from Drake.
Yo, you got to keep... Yo, if you are out there married or you're in love and all of that good stuff with your lady, and she's beautiful, and you know that it's a whole bunch of people on her, then Drake comes around. It's just a shame that you gotta watch your lady. And I know you can't put it all on yourself, because if your woman go out and cheat, your woman gonna do what she wanna do. But like I said, the minute that you let your girl go try to get that record deal, that OVO signing, allegedly, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yo, in this Chris Brown situation, I know y'all remember the bottle, and then he got the little scar under his chin because the bottle was thrown and all that. I smashed the love of your life. Is Drake really like that? Is he really like that? And Academics is like the biggest Drake fan ever. He makes sure he gets all of his stuff, his words and everything together. So he can lie about everything else. But when it come to Drake, it's usually no cap when you start talking about Drake's personal life. This is crazy. Yo, bro, this is blowing my mind. I'm sorry, y'all. This is blowing my mind right now. Yo, this addiction right here is it is what it is. Niggas is almost 40 though. Niggas is, how old is Drake? 37. He about to be 38 in October, I believe. He only a few years younger than me. It's okay. You feel me? I had a lot of fun in my 20s. Maybe he didn't have as much fun in his 20s, and then as a teenager, he probably didn't get to do all of that. So he's catching up pretty late. Maybe he's a late bloomer. I don't know. But this is nasty work. This is nasty work.
Back when Drake and Chris had some bad blood over Rihanna, the whole thing likely made things awkward at parties, but didn't really spill out onto record or really even enter the public consciousness at the time. But that hasn't always been the case. And much like his dispute over Princess Diana with Future, it was his decision to mess with other people's girls that led his ghostwriting scandal with Quentin Miller to come to light in the first place. In turn, creating a narrative that's haunted him ever since.
That's how the whole thing started with even the reference tracks. DJ Drama says, bro, he didn't write that.
Being able to have something to always protect.
That is, so we only know that he got ghostwriters due to the fact that DJ Drama said something and released it to the public over a woman, because I forgot Drake smashed DJ Drama's fiance or wife or girlfriend. Oh my gosh. We can't be doing it like this, man. We can't be doing this like this, man. We got to bring this back. Only because when you younger, I guess when you young, you like, oh, that's player. That's player. I cut her up. When you start getting older and ish and you still doing, I'm not saying you're a grown man. Do what you want to do, Drake. But these supposed to be your peoples. These are people that low key help put you on and help put your name where it's supposed to be. And you're so caught up in the vajayjay that you're like, man, I don't give a damn. If this is my friend and my homeboy or my business partner, I'm still gonna smash this lady. That's crazy. And I can't put no blame on the lady. I can't put no blame on the lady. The lady is just gonna be the lady. Like I said, hoes gonna be hoes. So I couldn't blame Tammy. Just saying, man. Just saying. That's the theme of the day.
Miller to come to light in the first place, in turn creating a narrative that's haunted him ever since.
That's how the whole thing started with even the reference tracks. DJ Drama says, bro, he didn't write that. The guy in my studio in Atlanta, he recorded it and Drake just sang it over. That's how that starts. So two guys who thought Drake their chicks basically created that moment.
But while all of these incidents could have been damaging to his career, if you need to look at how far Drake will push it when it comes to women, look no further than him betraying his very own mentor when he was at his lowest. A story that was brought to light in a bar by Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, the allegations that Drake on Wayne's girl when he was in jail have actually been around for a while. And to Weezy's credit, he's done his best to shoot Drake some bail.
Oh, I wasn't worried about that. That's just how life goes when you locked up. She still be texting me and stuff, you know?
However, this is only one side of the real story that never gets reported, because as Weezy disclosed in his autobiography, this actually took a real toll on him. As a man, he wrote, I woke up still feeling messed up about the f***ed up day that I had. Hell is what it was. I'm used to arguing with my girl on a daily basis, but finding out that she'd messed with Drake was the absolute worst thing I could have found out. Seemingly happy to backstab one of the people who had done the most for his career, this would point to the sheer depths of Drake's issues when it comes to his addiction. But
as I've been saying throughout this whole video, if you are willing to cheat on the person who pretty much co-signed you, I know a lot of y'all are young that's probably watching this. Y'all are young, y'all don't really know the beginning and everything. Lil Wayne is the one that discovered Drake. Well, he didn't discover him, but yeah, he's the one that put Drake on. Jazz actually discovered Wayne. Jazz took him to Houston. He met Wayne. Wayne was the hottest thing smoking. This is the milli before, like in that era. Wayne was smoking everything. Decided to make Young Money and add him to the roster. Decided to have him do these hooks and stuff for him for hit songs. And then Birdman grabbed him too. If he can do this to Lil Wayne, it's no hope. It's no hope. You might as well say it might low-key be an addiction. I can't do this to somebody who put me on. Somebody that's supposed to be one of my closest friends I respect so much, got me up in the game. Not me. Even when I was younger. Even when I was in my 20s, I still couldn't do this. This is sad. This is sad. It really is sad though. As much as, I know a lot of people are laughing like, ha right now. Ha, look at that ninja. That ninja on emotion. Ha. Me, bro, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy.
But as for how Drake's addiction manifested in the first place, there's a couple of theories, but both boil down to the same thing. It's his way of getting back at the tough times in his youth, or proving everyone wrong who doubted that a suburban Jewish kid from Toronto could make it big in hip-hop. And during an in-depth conversation on the Joe Budden podcast, they weighed in on how people's perceptions of him influenced his tendency to forget his loyalties and go after women who should be off limits.
Let's have a real conversation about how talk about Drake behind the scenes and how people in the industry talk about Drake and how they view him. View Drake like he's a corny who grew up not getting no and now he got money and now he's able to afford that, right?
Left with a deficit he's now trying to make up for, this explains some of the recklessness in how Drake pursues women. Because for him, it's personal, and a way to further assert his place at the top.
Bottom line is, most of these in the industry that have grown up a certain way don't like that this moves in the fashion he moved because they never had a respect for him. You just said that a lot of the industry do that. A lot of in the industry do not try to everybody's. That is not true. You introduce him to your girl, extra friendly, smiling.
And he do that
exchanging numbers
19, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70 times. And it ain't just rappers. The athletes, the actors, the golfers, the executives, the tech people.
The difference is you might be more comfortable being way more vocal about that you never respected than the other.
While Joe Budden thinks that this is all about how he's been treated in the game and is now trying to get back, others feel it goes deeper than just rap. According to Nadeska and Ebro, it goes back to how he's been treated by the world as a whole, not just the industry. Because when the world has looked down on him or made him a figure of sad boy memes, being the guy who could steal your girl in a moment's notice is his way of proving himself as the star he always saw himself as.
I think that people have been making fun of him for such a long time that he has really internalized all that. And that dictates the way he probably moves behind the scenes. I'm your girl and your girl and your girl because you treated me like this. You think I wasn't cool enough. He's been holding a lot close to the chest.
Due to social media and people listing all of the people, it was like a list of 40 people that Drake either has problems or has had problems with. Right. The women, the men, the women have decided to be with. At a certain point, you start going, wait, it can't be everybody else, bro.
But above all, it's not just Drake's obvious over-reliance on sex that's the issue, nor even his ruthless backstabbing of his enemies. The real problem is how his behavior and personal circumstances have shaped a negative attitude towards women that threatens to be his downfall. Because from Pusha T to Kendrick Lamar, every time that he's been forced to take an L in a battle is when he comes at someone's spouse or fiance. And in Pusha's view, this goes all the way back to the trials and tribulations of his youth.
Now I gotta dig deeper. What is the real issue with you in marriage? Now I gotta dig in and see, what's your family like? Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that. And he never walked you to the bus stop. You're mad about this.
Left without a strong role model and instead given a father who's still chasing girls himself to this day in a slightly creepy way, it explains why Drake thinks nothing of getting involved with someone else's girl, nor discrediting someone else's wife. While for someone like Pusha, Kendrick, or even ASAP Rocky, who adopted the Drizzy beef after lines about his wife from For All the Dogs, this wouldn't be an option. In turn, creating the sense that Drake may have plenty of relationships with women, but doesn't ultimately respect them. Left embarrassed by his own actions and with his peers now calling him out, Drake's gotten a serious wake-up call to change his ways. Because if he doesn't, this addiction might destroy his career, his legacy, and maybe even his life.
Oh my gosh. That was powerful, y'all. That was powerful. Shout out to Hip Hop Madness, man. That was powerful. Sex addiction is real, but this is deeper. This, the way that they were explaining this and the way that Hip Hop Madness was breaking this down, it goes deeper. It's deeper than sexual addiction. This is like this is like low key, like sociopathic. Like this is like, it's like an evil, it's like some type of evil little, like, I don't want to sleep with you unless you are connected to somebody that I don't like, or you're connected with some type of high figure so I can get the one up on them. Ain't this crazy? Ain't this crazy? I never thought about it from this aspect because I never took the time, like now, how we are all watching this video. I never took the time to actually just check and see like what's going on with Drake and all of that. But hey, he might have a real problem. He just might. But like I said, this is deeper than a sexual addiction. Like this is psychopathic. Like this is down that route. This is like super sinister. And I can understand, like, just the way that it sounds, that you've been, like, you've never had anything in your life as far as like women never flocked to you, women never did this. You had money, you grew up in a Jewish family, so you were always taken care of, but you never got that look like you're getting now and like you've been getting. Therefore, you've been indulging in different things. Honestly, I think that it was a woman that we probably never heard of. That I think it's a few women actually that probably broke his heart. Like, seriously, shitted on him. And shitted on him with somebody that we know, but we don't know because the story never came out. That's what I'm thinking, allegedly. I'm thinking that he got into the industry because this is when he started getting girls. He wasn't, most likely, he probably wasn't really getting the girls that the type of women that he's getting now when he was Wheelchair Jimmy. I doubt it. I doubt Wheelchair Jimmy was pulling them like that. I doubt it. But when he morphed and formed into becoming Drake, he started hanging with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, you know, he was with all the baddies and doing what he's doing, and every girl in the world, all of that. He was on all of that. When he got a piece of that and he got addicted to that lifestyle, I think he fell in love, man. I think he fell in love a few times, but a few times with probably other niggas' girls. But anyways, make sure y'all go subscribe to Hip Hop Madness. Subscribe to Hip Hop Madness. I might be doing another one of these later. I'm not trying to pick on Drake though, but I might be doing another one later because it's another video. It's another video that's circulating. A lot of people right now are calling Drake Richard Fitzenwell. They said he's Richard Fitzenwell, man. That's another big thing that has been circulating. Richard Fitzenwell is supposed to be a LLC, allegedly, where it's a lot of trafficking, like people going in traffic, should I say. That's the term we're going to use. People that like being stuck in traffic. That's what I'm going to say. Where a company likes getting people stuck in traffic. I'm going to say it that way because it's alleged. And I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true, because a lot of people will try to overdrive all the bad narratives, because you know the saying, right? When it rains, it pours. And right now it's pouring. Like, it is pouring. It's leaking through the roofs right now for Drake. Hopefully he got his money, which I'm sure he got his money, because he signed a $300 or $400 million deal or something a few years ago, which is generational wealth, right? They can take care of a few generations. Hopefully he's not into the other stuff. This addiction, you can definitely overcome it, but I can understand why people that's a no-no. That's a no-no. We not out here sleeping with people's women. Why? Because you can get deleted. You can get deleted like that. It's crazy out here on these streets. And then the younger kids are watching you, the younger kids who look up to you, and they're like, oh my gosh, he's so cool because he's smashing so-and-so girl and he's smashing this other. They gonna grow up and think that that's cool. It's never been cool to do that. But anyways, I got to get up out of here. This shit got BA for real 100. This is Get Your Bars Up Reactions. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. You rock with me, I rock with you. And if you out there hating, just because you think I'm a new guy, you just not starting to put my platform, and I've been doing this for a little minute, then all I can truly say is thank you for coming and get your bars up. Salute, subscribe, all that good stuff. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this particular video, and what you think about this alleged addiction. And is Drake wrong? Can he be helped? Or should we even care? I don't know. That's why I'm asking y'all. But anyways, peace and love. Appreciate y'all for rocking. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you share this thing. And make sure you subscribe. We up out of here. Drake, you got to get it together, bro. Just saying.
Get your bars up, I get it on me, yeah I do. Endorsement, whole team pull up in Porsche. We came a long way from them Porsche. Get your bars up and get extorted. Get your bars up, I pulled up, shot his car.